Hello and welcome back to Samus Plays Factorio. That's what I'm calling it. That's probably not the most well thought out or well organized name, but that'll... Why are you doing all sorts of things? Alright. That's what we're going to call it today. So this is live streamed on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SamusGorilla, as well as recorded for posterity on my YouTube channel. We get a lot of comments that people are having a hard time learning the basics of Factorio. So we're going to try to fix that. Man, I probably should have put those cables on the inside. Right here on this side. Oh well, whatever. Alright, so we're moving science. We're moving science from over here in this little temporary setup to over here. It'll hopefully be a more permanent setup. I'm actually kind of wondering if perhaps instead of like taking these huge lines for all the raw resources, if I should just put together a small... Like, this is a lot of belt storage, right? But I guess if we're belt storing the bottles, it's the same thing. Some of A, some of B. I don't know. I don't know what's better. So, my thinking is, this actually went too far, and we're going to start building science right here. So we need gears. And then I'm just going to do like a couple of reds. Which kind of makes me think there's got to be a neater way to put this together. A way where I can have a factory basically input the reds I need and make the gears I need, but still feed directly, basically, to alright, so if these two were to take can we successfully line things up? We can even go one more back, right? So if this was making gears, which apparently I'm dumb and can never find, and these two are making those, I could go input, input, make these long arms, right? So pick up down here, drop off up here. Oh no, those have got to go at least one more further this way, right? To reach. So then I would have to go like that, which again is not the end of the world. I was just hoping that I could somehow get two arms here, but it doesn't look like I can. Or put on a, like a, not a splitter necessarily, but something. I guess I could do this and do long arms. Copy, paste, long arms. So does this... No, pull doesn't hit everything. So let's go like here and there. And that should make the red signs for us nice and neat. Alright. Again, not sure that's how I want that to look, but that's fine for now. We also want to grab at least two more science while we're thinking about things. That can actually probably just be like this. It's fine. Alright, so where exactly do we want to stick the science? I'm thinking like here. 1, 2. What if we just did 4 right now, right? Then we'll have those other 2 over there in a second. Also, I think I want to save a space. Go like a pole between everyone. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And that should give plenty of power, and then long run at least we should be able to, there we go. Okay. The disadvantage with this and one of the reasons I kind of like the loop that I was doing in my previous thing was that, you know, if you have a stockpile down here at the end that can't get back, it loops around. However, that means we could just loop it right back down here and loop around if we're always catching from the front side. Which kind of makes me think maybe we should just build like that to start with. No, that's not going to work. Let's go one more down. Gotta go 2 more down. That's fine. Alright, because I'm a monster. There we go. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to put green science over here somewhere. Again, like I said, I realized I went too far. Alright, how many... We're out of yellows. Out of yellows because we're out of all sorts of stuff. Mostly iron. Still want to stack here. I still want those to stop at some point. Oh yes, the construction bots doing their job, so I don't have to. What is... We're gonna have to look into what's going on with the iron in a second too. We're probably just got something not quite working the way it's supposed to. So we have 2 yellows, which for now we'll just have to work. So make us greens, please. Whoa, boy. Alright. Oh, that's just one too far down. Alright, so now we have some green signs going. We need to get probably a bunch more. Because like one of these will be made every 5 seconds. So we're making 2 every 5 seconds. This takes 6 seconds. So we really need at least, you know, like 5 to 6. If we wanted to keep them all even. Which isn't necessarily a big deal to me, but like after doing the previous game for so long, making sure everything is exactly right, not that important. I think that's the main power line right there. So in a classic Samus decision, I did not plan on moving these other two out. Classic Samus. Alright. We have some extra greens and some little bit extra reds. Probably don't need to mess around with this. We probably just could have set them down like straight into the machine, but that's okay. Yeah. Alright, so we have one more. Oh, looky there. Freaking stuff's working. Slag processing 1 is done, which is what we're looking for. Now we're looking for circuit network. That's definitely the next most important part. I don't understand why I've not just copied that. Let's copy here to there. Poofs. Alright. I don't know if they'll actually put those down because they have bits, so we may have to manually do that. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. That'll work for now. So what is going on with some stuff here? First of all, why can't I make greens? I'm out of solder. Alright. Solder we can fix. Now we should be able to fix things. Alright, let's make a bunch of those real quick. Let's take this tin and put it in here. Okay. So now we've got science going again finally, which means once that's actually done, we can start putting some logic together, which is pretty important. We've got some slag stuff going on, so we're going to want to start liquefying some of this. some of the slag. We need to get that going pretty quickly. And probably some of this stone, so we'll need to figure that out. That is one of the big challenges with this particular series of mods, is dealing with all of the slag. We're also going to need to start expanding and fixing our a lot of this process here is kind of glued together temporarily. And of course we're also a little bit worried about the pollution scooting over to the which is awesome because I'm cutting down trees. But I think we're going to need that room up here in just a minute. I guess I'll keep a little bit of that. We've got a filtration unit, liquefier, we've got water right here. So let's see. We can make only coal filtering right now. Okay, no problem. That means we need a bunch of steel. Which means I think we're going to want to alright. So we need some steel or iron to back up here so we can start getting some steel melting. Give you half of my, get the rest of that going. That will put a hurt on a couple of things, but the factory should still be so-so at least for a little bit. The other thing we're going to need is we're going to have to step up our iron input like a bunch. So we're going to need some better miners. Which also involves a ton of steel. So let's just grab whatever iron's already in here and make a couple more, and then we'll repatch that up so it goes a little better. Let's see. I feel like we're gonna need a tool belt next, to be fair. Both are working. Slowly, but they are working. We are definitely having a stalactite input issue. We will need acid, yes, to do slag processing. But we should have acid pretty quickly when we start doing the nickel processing, right? Or something. It's a waste product on a couple of things. So we'll be able to get it fairly early, I think. But I don't know, we'll find out. I might be fooling myself. And why did that go there? Okay. So I should step that up. Again, like I said, this is the metal that, or the product that always causes me the most problems. So let's actually look. We're going to need this acid, so we're going to need to start doing this nickel processing, which means we're going to need some electrolyzers. But first things first. Pollux. I need insulated wire, which means I need copper. Is that right? These guys also. guys are out of trees. Tinned whopper. What do we need to make? We need rubber. Rubber comes from resin. Yeah, I need some resin. I need to what? Cook the resin? Again, continuing to throw together these little temporary systems until everything seems to like work. Alright. Come to me. Alright, so now can I make some wire, please? We're getting there. Okay, so first things first, we're going to re-hook up the wood with a certain condition to make sure there's at least 1,000 wood in here. Where did my red wire go? There they are. So make sure there's at least raw materials greater than 1,000. Okay, so that should take care of our wood situation. The coal situation's still going. These guys are going. We should now be starting to see a reasonable amount of stagtite or whatever this is called coming in. We can get a few more out there in various places. We need this steel coming in. We're going to need electrolyzers, which needs iron plate. So we'll just steal some more iron plate. We're also going to need holding tanks for some of this stuff. We're going to need holding tanks for a bunch of things, actually. So we need to do fuel handling at some point. Do we not already have some basic fuel handling? It looks like not. Okay. Now where do we want to do? We need to be close enough to water. So I suppose we could do it somewhere in this thing. Actually, I almost wonder if we want to stop using this altogether and just start switching into this. Like, I realize we already have a bunch of copper, but we just... This is so hard to come by. Like, maybe we were willing to take the hit. So that makes 2 copper and 1 iron for every 4. I don't know. It is a little bit of a dilemma. I'll have to think about it. Okay, let's get the nickel stuff going. I think we're gonna just put it right here. It'll be a little bit more work, like shipping some of this stuff along, but we're going to need, was it oxygen? Which means we're going to need another couple of electrolyzers to make that happen. And then I like using the copper wire or the copper pipes early, again, because we just happen to have so much copper. It gets a little ridiculous. So let's, and it's a 1-for-1 ratio, so whatever. It does quickly get outpaced though, so got to keep that in mind. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Why am I doing this by hand? I have robots. Poosh. Okay. Go to town. Let's see. We need 2 more electrolyzers to make oxygen. At least. Which means we need pure water. Which means we have to put together... Oh, we don't have that yet. Need water treatment real fast. What is going on? Copy. Fine. Fine, I don't want to do that anyhow. Okay. So let's see. We're going to need a inline. Is this done? Nice. We're going to need a metric ton of that stuff. So let's see. We need an in and an out. In, out. Means down. Let's do the bottom. Then we can do, how are you doing? More. Alright, so now that should be good, right? Yeah, that all looks good. Back to tool belt. Alright. So we go this far? Then, let's see. You know, we actually don't have to do underground pipe for these. We could probably just get away with more straight pipe. Yeah. I realize that's the main power line. Probably wouldn't hurt to start working on oh, we need fuel handling, don't we? Tanks. Let's see. Let's go here. So let's see if this thing is, we're gonna need 2 of these and probably 1 of these. Oh yes, finally. So if you're playing Factorio without this slip-through mod, which again is part of the mod pack that I use, You're not going to want to do this. You're going to want to make sure that you have at least some area to run through. But I'm less worried about that because I do have this slip through mod, which is pretty cool. Lets me move through like pipes and things. I can't go through like a solid building, but I can go through some stuff here. We're also getting another water pump. Maybe 2. We'll see. Now where to go? Down here. Alright, water. I've yet to find a reason for the mineralized water, which is the other part that comes out of here. So we're just gonna straight away get rid of it. Okay, and then we need I almost want to just put this on the bus at some point, to be honest. That's probably not going to happen though. Stone walls. I suppose that's fine. But I think I'd rather work on upgrading to better engines, I think. Or also angled inserters would be nice. This iron ore Golanda mix is also very important. What time is it? Alright, we got time still. It also wouldn't hurt to start figuring out solar and get that going. So we're probably going to be butting up against power pretty soon. But also we're going to need nickel processing too. Let's start with that first. The jiggling. All right. Nice. I'll take it. Give me, while we're running around, like 2 more. Not 5 more. 2 more. Or all of it. It's fine. Okay. Just, yeah, that was the problem game. Do what I want, not what I say. What's that? Let's see, we are probably going to need some hydrogen. So we should probably build some tanks. Looks like we've got enough incoming iron now that we can do a little bit of work. Wow. Oh, we need steel. take half of the iron and put it in a box for me. Just for a little bit. What's going on here? We're still just not keeping up. We're having power issues? We are having power issues again. Wow. These guys are not keeping up. Available performance. Because the water's not hot enough? The water's not hot enough. We need more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 14? Is it 14 to 10? It must be 14 to 10. Dang. Okay. I have to make some iron pipes. I think we want sniper turrets next. Yeah, like I don't want to necessarily jump to batteries. We probably will need chemical plants before too long, so I guess we might as well start that. Okay, where were we? Wait, this says regular water. Oh, we needed purified water for the oxygen, that's right. Okay, tanks. We need an acid tank. We need... Oh, it's tough to make all. So an acid tank and a hydrogen tank. So for right now, this will get set up to be the hydrogen tank. Is that fine? Guess so. How do we want to work water in? Didn't want to use all this underground pipe, but I accidentally made it, so I guess we'll use it. Alright, we'll just, for right now, because we don't have infinites, okay, so now we need like a wee bit more copper here. I guess we just empty that. Whatever. Alright. So we'll start stockpiling the sulfuric acid here. And again, because there's just not that much, we'll just throw it into a box. But that will need to get to the bus eventually. Okay, so we're making some sulfuric acid without having to go into oil or anything. Again, in the base game, you would want to be in oil already. Or very quickly. So it's not a huge deal for me. I don't think I was worried. I'm worried about this next, I think, is the near inserters. Although solid fuel would also be really good because we have lots of hydrogen. So we could just start transferring the furnaces to solid fuel, which would be more efficient. I would think cleaner, but I don't think that's true in this game. Okay. So now we need to start making inserters automatically. Or I mean inserters, loaders. You start making loaders. I think that's everything we need to make these things, right? Oh no, we still need basic electronic boards handy. So right now I'm still making those in my pocket, right? Yeah. Which we're actually, I think, low on solder stuff. We'll grab this solder. Oh no, it'll still make solder. Okay. So let's slap down one of these machines somewhere. Tell it to start making solder. Oh, it's out of resin. Never mind. What is going on? Is this not getting wood? Oh, it's not getting wood. I thought I had this set up to get wood on the line. I feel sheepish. I mean, I'd like to get this copper, but I also need to have a small pile of resin for yours truly. Can I just steal it at? No, I cannot just steal it out of there. Oh, that's gonna take for days. Is this a oh, it is a 1 second process. So 1 second at half speed, so it's gonna take 2 seconds. As opposed to 1 at 75. Alright. So now we're out of solder anyway. So we can make 25 of these because we need 1 solder. But we need more of those. So now we can make 50. Okay. So now let's put you back and get you running again. Meanwhile, let's take you and have you make these. Let's get that going. We're also going to need... Ooh, I do want to upgrade to those, but I don't think we can yet. Why am I building those? Come on, cut that out. I gave everything to the other doohickeys, that's why. So we'll grab a bunch of those. We do want to probably move to these bigger ore crushers pretty quickly. Maybe we just let that run. This iron wheel stuff is gonna get me. Oh yeah, let's do these. Take steel to make. So we really don't have an abundance of steel, but I guess we can make a couple and add to the system. Let's see. We could also start working on sulfur processing stuff for real. Oil processing with sulfur. So it makes, out of 10 crude oil, I get 12 products. That seems weird. Huh. Guess I never really paid that close attention to it before. Let's just start getting the oil pumping business going. What is going on? Oh yeah, it's night time, so power's low. This thing eats a lot of power, right? Is that where all of our power's going? Our power's going to electric mining drills, greenhouses, assembly machines, and then the radar. Huh. So really it's these things that are eating all the power? These guys are 90 kilowatts. This is way more kilowatts. What? Huh. That doesn't seem like the sweetest deal. The reason we need to get the slag processing going, though, is because all this slag is just wasting our resources. But that is going to take quite a bit of work to get that ready. Alright, so let's actually start by, before we do anything else, let's get a little bit more of this power sorted. Okay. So that'll hopefully take these. Yeah, they're already at 100% performance. That's still not enough to really go, but it'll have to do for now. We're also starting to tap here for pollution. So we probably need to plan on slapping down just a couple of guns. Let's get them a wee bit more. And then, what? Do we not learn? We must not have. It's irritating. Refill these guys. We're going to need to get on the rest of these ores a little better in just a minute. Let's grab these ores out of here as well. We do want to actually probably start down this chain, because this is how you get your gems, and the gems are actually pretty useful. But we also need to get this invar running. Okay. For right now, let's run those things in there. Okay. Let's think about some things here for a second. So first thing, this is going to stick around. This is going to go. So if we copied this system, which is the general plan, right? And we had processing plant here and there. That won't work because we need room for the crushers. That's what these ghost blueprints are really, really good for, in my opinion, is like kind of figuring out how you want to run some things. I'm a big fan of the ghost blueprints. Alright. So if we were to crush up here, that's a lot of room to move things around for crushing. But if we put it crusher... Like, I like the idea of having... Oh wow, do we want to do it here? We crush right here. I was kind of thinking about putting a train stop right here though, so maybe we don't want to put the train stop right here. I want to put the crushing and the sorting closer together than what I was doing before. If I go like this, that puts a finite limit on it. As long as this power station's here, so I don't necessarily want to do that. I mean, this theoretically is also finite, but not anywhere near as finite. I guess we're not as likely to get that far as we are to hit this. So what if we did... Again, I want to keep this sorting close. So what if we shut this off for now? Alright, so if this went right there... What if we plan on it here? How many of those could we get in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need room for 6 at the end of the day. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't quite have room for 6 that way. See, this is where prior planning would have been preferred. Alright, well, we can do 5 for now. We can plan on moving the power late. I mean, eventually there won't be any power to deal with anyway, so... we'll get this going. We need quite a few things to be made. But let's start with the crushers. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crushers. Stone brick, which we can easily fix. See, that should be the 3 of those. See, now we're missing quite a bit of arms as well as splitters. So let's inserters as well as splitters. You know what? We could loaders as well. Damn, my brain. Might as well just call it a day on my brain. I don't know if everyone has those days or not. Just call a mulligan on having a brain. Alright, we'll just let that go like that for now. I know it's not perfect, but it'll do. Alright, give me... Can you not make loaders? Gears. Alright, get this one basically ready to go. Let's convert this to sapphirite. let's also just take this one apart. I'll take them all apart, I guess. I don't think I want to mess around with the cobalite right in this second. Let's get oil processing going. So let's actually disassemble. Damn it, stop it. What we'll do is we will leave we'll leave some of these things here kind of as like placeholders for what we were thinking, but I want to get some of this stuff running. Any more iron? Okay. Let's... I don't know why you can't make like a stone chest or a brick chest. That just seems silly to me to not be able to do that. Alright, let's use... Give me some of those. We'll use one of those to get that out of the way. For now, that probably doesn't matter. Okay. Always with the iron. The eternal struggle continues. It looks like we're actually got a little bit of a backlog of iron, so we could probably expand this. Get these guys switched over to iron. Which would not be the worst thing in the world. So let's just... Why did I do that? Okay, so we've got turrets, belts. Let's... Oh yes, we definitely want this. Massive pain in the ass it is. Finishes will start moving things over. Let's make one more blueprint, actually. One more just like real temporary blueprint from here to here. So we don't have to build everything by hand. Get a small increase in... the coal looks like it's working its way down slightly too. That should temporarily get that going. What's going on with the coal over here? Let's also start setting up an oxygen tank. I do want these guys to run because I do want to start using this hydrogen. So even though this isn't going to go, hopefully the hydrogen will go. And then we're going to switch this guy over to solid fuel. Eventually, where'd the solid fuel go? Did I not research the solid fuel? Am I a genius? No, it's factory. Oh, maybe it's, is it a chemical plant process? Actually, I think it is. So we'll, like I said, I want to switch these guys over to solid fuel processing. If we can. Same thing with these things. It's just so much more efficient. In fact, basically, everything could switch over to solid fuel. Not everything. We're going to need some coal at some point. So we probably don't want to get too far down that line, but I definitely want to do most of it as coal or as solid fuel. So let's take this line out for right now. And then we're going to make a try it here like that. Do we have a bunch of, you know, so let's, as usual, let's slap down one of these guys and have to start making the heck out of some copper. Let's see, we're also going to need some, here's where I think we finally could take advantage of the large area mining drills, but I did not research those. So we need to get that going pretty soon. How do we want to do this? In, out, in, out, just like we've been doing this whole time, with outs being 2 away. So this will be in, this will be out. And then in this scenario, I think we're going to use a it'd be nice if we can have another storehouse. Can we have another storehouse, please? Stone brick. We'll slap another storehouse right here, and the storehouse will start sending solid fuel that way. When the time comes, where is, there's that, and then we need 2 more loaders. Let's actually just scoot you up a little bit. And then we can also pull so we could do a splitter right there, I guess. These large area mining drills done real fast. Okay. We're not sure how long this line is going to end up being at the end of the day. So how far down do we want to go? That's a good question. Is this research done? Not even close. Alright, let's make 4 more of these, because I can't count. Oh wow, we're at the top of the hour here, so we're going to end this YouTube segment. If you're watching live, once again, twitch.tv/SamusGarobo. I appreciate that very much. Monday through Friday, we stream a variety of games. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Factorio. We're going to go ahead and do one more segment today, so please, if you're watching live, stick around. If you'd like to see past episodes of this, please check out youtube.com/SamusGarobo. We'll get those uploaded before you know it, and it'll be really good times. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you before you know it. Peace.